Well, hi everybody, welcome to another
Hello.
episode. We've been over here in WA for about
Over a month.
Yeah, and we've decided to come over and visit our daughter and our son-in-law, Hayley and Scott, and maybe just give them a hand around the farm, get a few things happening. And so far they've absolutely put us to work, haven't they?
Oh, definitely you.
Oh boy, we've actually had to shift an air conditioner, fix up a light in a bathroom which had packed up, the TV antenna.
Yeah, because they couldn't get free-to-air TV, so now they can.
I mean, everybody wants free-to-air TV.
You want some things, Netflix and all that are fine, but...
True. So,
and the dishwasher.
Yeah, Scott went out and got a dishwasher, and we decided to put that in, so that's all in. And I guess the biggest thing we did, the most hardest thing we did, was dig a trench. We had to dig a trench from the power pole to the gate because they wanted to have an electric gate so that the gate would actually automatically open and close. And they've got a few lights on there as well, which was a good idea. There is another way that you can do it, which is much easier with solar panels. But the problem is that they've got so many trees here, the solar panels wouldn't have actually done their work. So you'd actually have to have a bigger battery storage to make that actually work. Because I was talking to a few people around the corner and they've had issues with it. So we decided we'll go fully electric, do it the hard way, and it was pretty good. So while we were digging that trench, you know how when two guys are doing a job, there's a lot of banter that goes along? And well, what we've done is we've put all that banter together and we actually created a song. I know we're not musicians. Well, I know I play the didgeridoo, but that's about as far as it goes. But what we did was we created a song and we've actually played it to a few people and they kind of like it. So next week, look out for this thumbnail because we're gonna release that song next week. So I know people are going to be critical and
think it's silly or some will say, oh, that's great.
But look, if you enjoy it, give us a like, a thumbs up, or whatever you like to do. But we enjoyed doing it, and it's just been a bit of fun. So I think we'll finish our little prattling on.
Yep. Okay.
And get
to work.
Get on with this week's video. This is how we dig a trench in sunny Gidgegannup. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Now, before we started this project, Scott told me something that was pretty disturbing. The previous owner of this magnificent property decided to do his own electrical work to get power to this gate. What he did was, I'm going to have to say it's beyond stupidity. What he did was he had this power point installed here, which was fine, but what he did was from the power board he cut the female plug top off and put a male plug top on and then plugged that male plug top into that power point, which actually gave him power from the pole down that way back over to here. The stupid part was that this plug top was the same at the other end. So he cut the female plug top off and changed it to a male plug top. What that meant was this plug top was alive. Anyone working on this gate might have disconnected that, threw it on the ground, and when they go to reconnect, they might have just grabbed it with their fingers and electrocuted. So please people, call a qualified electrician. Don't do this stuff on your own. It's going to end up killing somebody, especially in the farm situation. So yeah, this was definitely a no-no. Now let's get on with the proper installation of installing the power to the gate. And here's Scott doing what he does best. He's on his skid steer with the jackhammer attached and really working those rocks. Well, here we are. We're going to put some power at the gate. We've sort of started to dig the trench, but how we've had to dig this trench has been pretty darn difficult. So anyone in WA will know exactly what we're dealing with. So we've got Scott on the machine. He's going to attempt to dig through some pretty gnarly stuff. Oh, it's a nice big chunk out. Well, there goes some of the old branches. Cactus. Yeah, the dog wants to have a crack at it too. This is taking some skill, I can tell you that. Having a little go from this side. Oh yeah, a day on the farm. Okay, let's see if we got a bit more success with this one. Just going to give it a little bit of a love tap. And total success. Here we go. That's down. And here we go. This is the fun bit. When the cable comes out, Scott, just grab the end of it. There we go. Alright, lovely. Hold that. There we go, the first length on! Okay, we finally got the conduit in. It was about a 30-metre run, so I'll just show you what we've done. So we brought it up to this point and we're holding it down with a few rocks and basically all the way up to where we're going for the switchboard. Now some of you might say, oh, the trench might not be deep enough. It will be when we're finished, because what we're going to do is we're going to backfill this, and because the land is sloping, we're going to have more than enough cover over the top, but we need to get it down into the ground. So I think a good job, and get onto the electrical side of things, but I can't show you too much on that. So for some of you Sparkies out there, this is about the best cable roller you'll ever get. So we actually used the skid steer to use it as our cable roller so we could pull the cable out. So we're going to go to the next part now, which is we're going to bring the cable up into the box.
Working at the fence.
Oh wow.
Been a dusty day again.
Well, we finally got the cable into the gate. The trench has been dug, so that's been fantastic. So we're really happy about that.
Still got to fill it back in though, but that's easy pushing things back, I guess.
Yeah, well, Scott's got the skid steer, so he can actually push it all in. So we've put the cable in, everything's ready to go. So we've got to head off to Middy's and get a few more bits and pieces, and hopefully our little electric gate will be flying. So
excellent.
I'll go and put the bike back, and then we'll go off to Middy's.
Excellent.
Cheers. Well, we're finally finished now. As I said, I wasn't going to show how I connected things, because to do this you really need to be either a registered electrical contractor or an electrician to do it. So
no handyman jobs?
Definitely no handyman jobs. So we've got some tape to put down. So once we put a light covering over the top, we'll put this danger tag down to show the location of the conduits. So we've got a power point here which Scott and Hayley can use, and we've also got a couple of lights on the outside. And you might say, well, why are these lights on? Well, because we've got a photoelectric cell here, and I've got a box covering it at the moment so that the lights come on. And down below here we've got a couple of switches, so we'll just work out which one's which. So that first switch is the lights. So if that's switched off, the lights don't work. So they're on at the moment, but if we remove the box, and there's our PE cell there, so during daylight hours those lights should go off and everything will be good. So what do you think, Hayley?
Yeah, at least we now love it. Yeah, at least we now know where the house is when we're driving down the street at night.
Yeah, at 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
These country roads, they all look the same.
Yes.
And
Houses nearly all
it, differentiating one from the other. And
yeah.
So I think we've done a good job here. All we have to do now is start playing with the electric gate to get the actuator going, and once we get that going, everything should be spot on. Anyway, that's been a great little exercise, hasn't it, Hayley?
It's certainly been exercise.
Well, it's taken us about, what, nearly 3 days to dig that damn trench.
Well, not 3 full days, but it was over 3 days.
Yeah, because it was pretty hot, so
Yeah.
we didn't sort of we didn't do it too hard, we just did it when we could.
Right in the middle of the day.
Yep. Alright, we'll head up to the house for a nice cuppa, and I think that'll be it, won't it, Hayley?
That's it. Thank you.
No worries. I think that's, no, it's not off, it's still ticking away. And that's how to backfill a trench. Well, good morning all. We're back at the gate this morning. We had a little play with it last night. We found that the actuator doesn't actually work as well as it should. The actuator, we found out, is too small for this gate. So this is the one we've got on at the moment. So we are going to have to replace that with another actuator. Not only another actuator, but another supply or control panel as well. I just thought I'd show you our diggings. We've actually backfilled all of this, and yes, it might look a bit of a mess at the moment, but what we're doing is we're waiting for the rains. Once it all rains, all this starts to compact. We're going to start moving more of the dirt across, so therefore it's going to be a lot higher. And we've got little cactus there in the front. He's been helping us all the way. Doesn't want to go too close to the fence because we've got an electric fence and he's got a collar on, and he gets a bit of an idea of not to go too close. So anyway, we'll keep on moving on, and hopefully the gate controller comes tomorrow. We can put that on and get this gate flying. Well, look, it's finally arrived. We finally got our gate opener. It's the Mighty Mule. It's one of the bigger ones. So hopefully we're going to put this together later on today and see how she works. Finally, the gate controller has arrived. So we're going to put that in this position here. So we're going to get rid of this. Don't know whether we're going to have to move the PE cell yet, but we'll see how we go. But looks like we've got all the stuff ready for the gate controller. Well, after waiting a little bit of time, we finally got the gate controller. We've got everything on, as you can see. I was just going to show you how we've finished all of this. So we've got the controller. The gate controller's up the top here. Down the bottom here we've had to put in a double power point. Now that's not weatherproof, so we've had to put it into a special box, and we just lock that up. So that's nice and fully weatherproof now. We've got the photoelectric cell which operates the lights, which we might show you right now. And just like that, night time. Check out the lights. So if we hit the button, oh, that is so cool. So as I was saying before about the lights, they come on with a photoelectric cell which can be actually programmed, so it can stay on for a couple of hours, or it can stay on all night until daylight in the morning. So that is pretty cool. Then we've got the gate, and that's working like a treat. So we've got our little controller, and we hit the controller, and just like that. How good is that? So Scott and Hayley can now use the controller from way up at their house, and they can open and close the gate as they wish. Now, before we go, I want to tell you a little bit about next week's episode. We kind of wrote a little song while we were doing the trenching, and we're going to release that next week. So if you can, give us a little like and a subscribe. The subscribing doesn't cost you anything. It just lets you know that we're sending out another video, and then you'll be notified of when the videos come out. So don't forget, have a look at next week's video. It's a ripper, and look forward to seeing you next time. And don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.